Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news. Alright, folks, today we have some major news coming out of the 49ers camp that could shake up the entire NFC West and potentially redefine the course of their season. As many of you are aware, the San Francisco 49ers have been one of the most consistent teams in recent years, especially with their impressive run to the NFC Championship last season. But this year, a new obstacle has emerged, and it's centered around their starting quarterback, Brock Purdy. Now, if you're a 49ers fan, you know how much Brock has come to symbolize this team's resurgence. After all, he was the 7th-round pick who quickly became the franchise's future, signing a hefty 5-year, $265 million extension with a staggering $181 million guaranteed just a few months ago. That deal was a clear statement of trust from the organization, a belief that Purdy is the quarterback who can lead them back to the promised land. However, things haven't been smooth sailing lately. Purdy suffered a toe injury during Week 2 against the Seahawks, which kept him out of action for Weeks 2 and 3. Yet, he returned last weekend, and for a moment, it looked like he was getting back to his usual self. But now, just before their crucial matchup against the Los Angeles Rams at SoFi Stadium, we have some unsettling news. Purdy has experienced further discomfort in his toe, and the 49ers had to act fast. Hours before kickoff, they made the bold move to promote Adrian Martinez from their practice squad to their 53-man roster. Why is this such a big deal? Well, it's because Martinez, who had never appeared in a regular season NFL game before, is now thrust into the limelight as the backup quarterback. And that's not all, they also elevated Travis Gibson and W.R. Malik Turner from the practice squad, adding depth to their roster for this critical game. Now, you might wonder, who is Adrian Martinez, and what does he bring to the table? Well, he's a young quarterback with a lot of potential, but he hasn't yet had the opportunity to showcase his skills in an NFL game. Coming from the practice squad, he's been developing behind the scenes, and now, with Purdy's injury setback, the 49ers are counting on him to step in if needed. It's a situation that puts enormous pressure on Martinez, but also a chance to prove himself on one of the biggest stages early in his career. Of course, this isn't happening in a vacuum. It's part of a larger story that's been unfolding since the start of the season. The 49ers had high hopes for Brock Purdy, especially after his stellar performance last season, where he led the team to the NFC Championship game. The organization's investment in him was a clear signal that they see him as the future of the franchise. But as with many quarterbacks, health is a critical factor, and Purdy's toe injury has cast a shadow over his availability and effectiveness. Former NFL quarterback Steve Young recently discussed Purdy's injury on the show, Pardon the Interruption, emphasizing how crucial the big toe is for a quarterback. He explained that since Purdy is right-handed, the injury affects his plant foot, which impacts his throwing mechanics significantly. Steve highlighted that a toe injury like this can cause throws to go high or lack precision, and managing this injury is vital for Purdy's long-term success and for the team's chances this season. Now, let's take a step back and look at the broader picture. The 49ers have been a powerhouse on both sides of the ball since Kyle Shanahan took over as head coach. Their offense, led by Purdy, has been dynamic and efficient, with a versatile running game, a solid passing attack, and a defense that's among the league's best. But the quarterback position is always the most critical, especially when you're competing at the highest level. The team's success hinges on Purdy's health and performance, which is why these recent developments are so nerve-wracking for the fanbase. When we talk about the NFC West, it's impossible not to mention the Rams, who are their upcoming opponents. The Rams have had their own ups and downs this season, and with Matthew Stafford dealing with injuries, their defense and overall consistency have been tested. But what makes this game even more intriguing is how the 49ers will handle their quarterback situation. Mac Jones, who has been filling in admirably during Purdy's absence, is now set to start again. You remember Mac Jones, right? The former Patriots' first-round pick who had a promising rookie season and then experienced some ups and downs. He was traded to the Jaguars in March and has been trying to find his footing in Jacksonville. So far this season, Mac has thrown for 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions in just a couple of appearances, completing 53 of 80 passes. He's a capable quarterback, but he's also aware that the spotlight is on him now, especially with the 49ers fighting for a playoff spot and the NFC West title. It's worth noting that the coaching staff, led by Kyle Shanahan, is doing everything they can to manage this situation wisely. Shanahan is known for his offensive ingenuity and his ability to adapt game plans on the fly. But when your starting quarterback is dealing with a painful toe injury, every play, every throw, and every decision becomes even more critical. The team's medical staff is working tirelessly to assess Purdy's recovery, but with the injury being on his plant foot, there's a real concern about his mobility and throwing accuracy. This situation has sparked a lot of discussion among fans and analysts alike about what the team's options are moving forward. Do they stick with Mac Jones and hope he can keep the offense afloat? Or do they look for other emergency measures if Purdy's condition worsens? The 49ers have always been a team that values depth and versatility, but this kind of quarterback uncertainty can be a huge challenge, especially when facing divisional rivals like the Rams. And let's not forget about the importance of the game itself. The NFC West is fiercely competitive, and every win counts. A victory over the Rams could solidify the 49ers' position atop the division, but a loss could open the door for other teams to catch up. The stakes are high and the pressure is mounting. For the fans, this game is not just about winning or losing, it's about seeing how the team responds to adversity. Can they rally around Mac Jones if Purdy can't go? Will Adrian Martinez be thrown into the fire and make a difference? These are questions that will be answered in the coming hours and days. Now, I want to highlight something important. The 49ers have built a strong roster around Brock Purdy, and they've shown a remarkable ability to adapt when injuries strike. Their defense remains one of the best in the league, with playmakers like Trevis Gipson, who is also elevated from the practice squad, ready to step up and provide pressure on the opposing quarterback. Malik Turner, another addition from the practice squad, adds depth to the receiving core. The team's coaching staff, especially Kyle Shanahan, is known for his creative game plans, and that will be crucial in this situation. The 49ers aren't strangers to overcoming adversity. Remember how they bounced back from a tough start last season to make a deep playoff run. The resilience and depth of this team could very well be tested yet again, and that's what makes this game so compelling for fans and analysts alike. In terms of the bigger picture, this situation also raises questions about the long-term outlook for the 49ers. Brock Purdy's injury setbacks are concerning, especially given the investment the team made in him. But the franchise has always been about building a roster capable of competing at a high level, regardless of setbacks. Their draft strategy, player development, and coaching acumen have consistently been among the best in the league. The next few weeks will be critical to see how they navigate this challenge. Will Purdy be able to recover fully and return to his previous form? Or will this injury be a setback that forces the team to consider other options long-term? These are questions that only time will answer. Meanwhile, the fans are on edge. The San Francisco faithful have seen their team rise and fall, and now they're hoping that their young quarterback can overcome this obstacle. The energy in Levi's Stadium, the roar of the crowd, and the passion of the fanbase will all play a part in how this team responds. It's a testament to the resilience of this franchise and its supporters that even amid uncertainty, hope remains high. The 49ers have a rich history of overcoming adversity, from the days of Steve Young to the recent Super Bowl appearances, and this current situation is just another chapter in their story. So, as we watch this game unfold tonight, remember that it's not just about the scoreboard. It's about the resilience, the strategy, and the grit of a team that refuses to give up. The quarterback situation might be uncertain, but the spirit of the 49ers is as strong as ever. And with players like Mac Jones stepping in and Adrian Martinez waiting in the wings, there's still a fighting chance for this team to continue their pursuit of another Super Bowl title. The NFC West is watching, the league is watching, and most importantly, the fans are watching with bated breath. This is what makes NFL football so exciting, unpredictable, intense, and full of stories that captivate us all. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this situation? Do you believe Purdy will be able to bounce back quickly? Are you confident in Mac Jones stepping up? Or do you think the team needs to explore other options? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the 49ers. Remember, this team has a history of overcoming obstacles, and this season might just be another chapter of resilience and determination. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest 49ers news. You won't want to miss what's coming next in this exciting NFL season.